Are you looking for the best 65-inch TVs? In this video we will look at some of the best 65-inch TVs on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Samsung QN65S90XR. The best 65-inch TV we've tested is the Samsung QN65S90XR, commonly known as the S90D. It's an impressive TV that delivers fantastic picture quality and looks amazing with any content. Its QD OLED panel provides a perfect contrast ratio, with no distracting blooming around bright objects, and its colors are incredibly vibrant and realistic. It gets extremely bright, so highlights in HD stand out well, and with its fantastic reflection handling, it can easily overcome glare in a bright room. Unfortunately, it doesn't support Dolby Vision HDR. It instead supports HDR10+, a similar, albeit not as widespread, HDR format. Otherwise, it's a fantastic TV with a great selection of extra features. It supports Bixby and Amazon's Alexa voice assistants, and its Tizen operating system is fast and easy to use. It's a fantastic TV for console gamers looking to get the most out of their Xbox Series X or PS5. It's also perfect for gamers wanting to take advantage of their recent PC GPU, as it supports 4K at 144Hz gaming on all 4 HDMI ports and variable refresh rate (VRR) technology to help reduce screen tearing. Unfortunately, you need to ensure you get one with a QD OLED panel. Number 2. Sony XR65A95L. Although it's more expensive than the Samsung S90D/S90D OLED, if you want the best possible home theater experience, the Sony XR65A95L is the best 65-inch reference TV you can get. While it uses a QD OLED panel like the Samsung model, it has better image processing and is a bit brighter, and its colors and brightness are more accurate overall, so it displays content the way its creator intended. It also supports Dolby Vision HDR, a more widely used dynamic HDR format than Samsung's HDR10+. If you like to play games, it's also a fantastic gaming TV with HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 of its HDMI ports, VRR support, and very low input lag, even though it's a bit higher than on the Samsung. If you want to enhance your home theater setup with a surround sound system, you'll also be happy to know it supports audio pass-through for all common formats. It runs the Google TV interface with a sleek look and an easy-to-use menu. It has a massive selection of streaming apps, and the TV's built-in mic supports hands-free voice control, so you can easily find your favorite streaming shows, even when you can't find the remote. Number 3. Sony K65XR90. The Sony K65XR90 is the best 65-inch television for bright rooms. Its superb reflection handling and SDR brightness mean it easily overcomes glare in the brightest of rooms, so you aren't distracted by reflections on your TV screen. As impressive as this TV is in a bright room, it also looks great in a dark room. Although it doesn't display the same perfect, inky blacks as an OLED like the Sony A95L OLED, it still has exceptional contrast for an OLED TV and delivers very deep blacks with almost no blooming. It's also a great option for home theaters due to its support for Dolby Vision and DTS audio formats. The TV's image processing is excellent for upscaling and smoothing out low-quality content. It's also very accurate in both SDR and HDR. Unfortunately, its viewing angle is mediocre, so it's not the best option if you regularly watch shows or movies with a big group of friends. However, it's a great option if you need a TV that pairs well with modern consoles. It has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 ports and up to 4K at 120Hz. And it supports VRR, so it's fully compatible with modern consoles. On top of those features, the TV has a quick response time for minimal blur behind fast motion, and it has low input lag for a responsive gaming experience. Number 4. LG OLED 65C4P. If you want a good home entertainment OLED but don't want to get the expensive Sony A95L OLED, check out one of the best upper mid-range TVs we've tested, the LG OLED 65C4P. It's a premium TV with perfect blacks that delivers stunning picture quality, especially in dark rooms. Its reflection handling is incredible, and it gets bright enough to fight glare in moderately lit rooms, but it's not bright enough to overcome glare in a very bright room. Its world panel isn't as bright or colorful as the QD OLED panel in the Samsung S90D/S90DD OLED. However, the LG TV partly makes up for it by being more versatile, as it has better image processing, has Dolby Vision HD support, and can pass through DTS audio formats. It's also a great TV for gamers, supporting all variable refresh rate, VRR, technologies for a nearly tear-free gaming experience from any VRR-enabled source. Its 4 HDMI ports have HDMI 2.1 bandwidth for up to 4K at 144Hz gaming, so it's a great option to pair with modern consoles or gaming PCs. Ultimately, you can't beat an OLED if you use your TV mostly in a dark room. Number 5. LG OLED 65B4P. If you want something cheaper but still want high-end features and great performance, a mid-range TV like the LG OLED 65B4P is an excellent choice. The TV has most of the features of the more expensive LG C4 OLED, so you still get support for Dolby Vision and DTS audio pass-through. However, the before is dimmer than the C4 in HDR and is limited to 4K 120Hz. It still delivers outstanding picture quality, especially in a dark room, with its near-infinite contrast ratio delivering deep, inky blacks with no blooming. Its built-in WebOS platform is just as fast on this lower-tier model, and it still has very good image processing, so it has no issues upscaling low-resolution content if you watch DVDs. This TV is also great for gaming, as it's compatible with every VRR technology, has a fantastic response time, and has extremely low input lag. Its viewing angle is fantastic, so viewers can watch the TV from all over the room without degrading their viewing experience. Like the C4, this TV has a wide color gamut and is extremely accurate without any calibration, so movies look as the content creator intended. Number 6. HighSense 65U7N. If you'd rather have an OLED TV but can't afford something like the Sony Bravia 9 OLED, the HighSense 65U7N is an excellent option. The TV isn't as bright as the Bravia 9, but it's still very bright and has amazing reflection handling, so it overcomes glare in a bright room. If you also use your TV in a dark room, its excellent contrast delivers deep blacks, although there's noticeable blooming. Highlights in HDR content really stand out, and colors are vibrant due to the TV's wide color range, delivering an impactful HDR experience. It also supports HDR10+ and Dolby Vision, so it has every HDR format covered. Unfortunately, its viewing angle is very narrow, so it's not the best choice for watching movies or shows with a big group of friends. Despite its price, the TV is packed with gaming features. It has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 of its ports, both capable of up to 4K at 144Hz. It also has VRR support and auto low latency mode, ALM, so you're fully covered if you own either an Xbox Series X vertical bar S or a PS5. Its incredibly low input lag means it delivers a responsive gaming experience, and its excellent response time delivers fast motion with minimal blur behind it. Number 7. HighSense 65U6N. If money is a bit tighter, the HighSense 65U6N is the best budget 65-inch TV we've tested. Despite its price, it still delivers surprisingly good picture quality. Its fantastic contrast ratio makes blacks look deep in dark rooms, with some but not excessive blooming around bright highlights. It also has very good peak brightness in SDR with decent enough reflection handling to use in a room with the lights on. The TV's not as bright in HDR, so highlights don't pop out the way they should in some HDR content, but it's still bright enough that HDR movies and shows look good in a dark room. It supports a wide color gamut, so you get vibrant colors in HDR content, and it supports HDR10+, Dolby Vision, and DTS audio pass-through. Unfortunately, the TV's low-quality content smooth-in doesn't work well, so you do see artifacts in low bitrate content. On the other hand, its upscaling is on par with the HighSense U7N, so low-resolution content looks pretty good. The TV doesn't have modern gaming features like HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and 4K at 120Hz. But you can forego some resolution and play games up to 1440p at 120Hz, which is great. The TV also supports VRR, but unfortunately, it's limited to 60Hz, so you can't use VRR if you choose to play at 120Hz. Number 8. Roku 65R4A5R. If you want to spend less on a basic TV, the Roku 65R4A5R, also known as the Roku Select series, is the best cheap TV we've tested that's available in a 65-inch size. It's a decent TV with satisfactory reflection handling to help reduce the appearance of glare in a bright room. It has fewer features than the HighSense U6/U6N, as it doesn't have any form of motion interpolation, lacks a local dimming feature, and has inadequate image processing. It's also not the brightest TV in HDR, but it's decent for watching movies in a dark room with its adequate contrast and excellent colors. Plus, the TV has very good peak brightness in SDR, which results in a pleasant viewing experience with SDR content in a bright room. It has a great response time and very low input lag, so it's still a great gaming TV if you don't care about advanced features like VRR or a 120Hz refresh rate. It comes with the great Roku TV Smart platform, which is extremely fast, simple, and easy to use. It has a good remote with an integrated microphone for voice commands, or you can also give commands through the Roku Companion app on your phone. You can also plug headphones into the remote, which is a great feature at this price point.